It's Dot Day coming, Mary Catherine. Oh, cool. I like the colors.
I'm
Like
just,
a mix.
you know what? I'm just playing, really just in the process of experimenting. I'm not sure what the heck I'm doing.
Well, I've been watching the, what do you call it? The Portrait Artist of the Year. And I don't know if it was this year or last year, but this young man from, I think it was Scotland, won it. And he got to pick, what he had to do was to paint this violinist, did a portrait of her, beautiful girl. And it was fascinating. The final program was his process of getting to know her, taking photos, doing photo shoots, finding out what she liked, and sort of, getting to know her so that he could represent that in the painting. And he didn't have a clue what he was going to do before he started. And he worked and he worked and he worked. And then when I gather when he had the concept, which was actually her playing the violin, in front of a stained glass window, which was significant. I forget why. And the light came in through the stained glass window and hit her so she was actually almost as much a mosaic as the stained glass window was. Yeah, and he wasn't sure it was going to work until he did it.
There's a tendency to think that exceptional art is realism.
Oh,
Kind of thinking, well, if it doesn't look real, then it's not art.
then like anything in life, you grow. So yeah, you start reading in kindergarten. You don't expect to read at the same level in kindergarten. You develop skill. You develop, if you read out loud, there's an art to reading out loud, or to becoming a thespian, an actor or something. You know what I mean? You don't stay at the same level. And so that's the wonder. Actually, that's the wonder of life. It's all about growth. But you don't have to have those skills at the beginning to be able to create something that's worthwhile, in my opinion. Something I think, I don't want to wreck it. I really like those colors. And then there's something else I'm sure I'll be able to do with it.
Making a dot. It's getting started. But that's maybe part of the whole creative process is surrendering to facing failure, the courage to face failure, and learn from it instead of judging oneself. You always talk about saboteurs. Like, I'm kind of thinking that it's that fear that brings out the saboteur and then it shuts down the whole process.
So, well, it's when the ego sticks to, because that's the whole thing about creativity, I think. It's not ego-driven. Deep inside you to be expressed, that is not your ego. And ego gets a plan and hangs onto it, and then, which, doesn't matter. It doesn't, there's a place for it, certainly, to create the action and the ideas. But if you're so fixed on it being a certain way, you're not open to the miracle of inspiration.
To that Chase Jarvis, and is really a great motivator, and he does these he's written this great book, and imagine is the first thing, and then design, and then you initiate, you start doing it. And I think that's all. I've always thought that, and even as a teacher, encourage the kids, get a plan. I've always been a planner myself.
Yeah, but then it's being open to new ideas that enrich the plan instead of thinking you know it all right from the get-go. It's like, yeah, you start with a plan and then you see where it goes, because you cannot see all the problems you're going to run into.
Which gets to teachers' college.